All right, story number three, chart report. Time for chart report. Once again, it's chart report, my favorite time of the week. 1 second applause. 8 weeks in a row. 8 weeks in a row, Luther by Kendrick Lamar and SZA, still sitting at the top of the charts. 1 second applause. This video just came out recently. This video is moving quickly on YouTube. I think it's crossed the 10 million mark just over this weekend. Video analysis has come down. People are dissecting this. Big shout out to Dissect Podcast, probably the best in the game, at breaking down the symbolism and imagery within this video. A lot of circles in the Luther video. And for a song that came out 20 weeks ago, it spent the last 8 sitting at the top of the charts. And it continues to hold off Nokia. Drake's Nokia coming in at number 2 this week, number 3 last week, 8 weeks on the chart. They're battling. They are battling. Drake is trying to get that number 1 spot. And now that Luther videos come out, presumably this track's going to get a new life. We'll see. We'll see what this looks like. But Drake's Nokia is sitting here at number 2 this week. Its highest position yet on the Billboard Hot 100. So continue to look out and see what happens with this, as this Shakespearean shakedown, this greatest rap battle in history, now plays out on the charts in the aftermath of it all. So number 3 this week, Die With A Smile, Lady Gaga and Bruno Mars. Last week, number 2, peak position number 1, 34 weeks on the charts. Number 4, probably my favorite chart position this week. Number 4, all the way, BIGXThaPlug featuring Bailey Zimmerman. First week, debuted on the charts this week, came in at number 4. 1 second applause. That's awesome. I'm a big fan of BIGXThaPlug. As you know, I think Take Care is really great. I put him in my last 2 year-end reviews in 2024 and 2023. I think he just makes phenomenal music. I think he's a wide-ranging artist. And this one is a great country crossover, but it's his song. And so Bailey Zimmerman provides a very country-friendly hook, and BIGXThaPlug is telling real-world, gritty Southern, dripped out, his deep-voiced, guttural Dallas perspective. Fantastic track. I was listening to this in the gym a couple of weeks ago when it first premiered on Apple Music on their newest tracks. And to see it debut at number 4, this is a big look for BIGXThaPlug. You're talking about a guy who's probably got one album, a mixtape, an album, and now he's got a top 10 song. Last week, we were mourning how The Largest fell out the Hot 100, and he comes back this week with a brand new joint sitting at number 4. What else to say, man? Big shout out to BIGXThaPlug. 1 second applause. Number 5, Peak Pony Club, Chaperone. Number 6, a bar song, Tipsy, Shaboozey. Last week, number 4. This week, number 1. 52 weeks on the chart. It's been on the charts now officially a year. It had a record-breaking run at the end of 2024 and is still a top 10 mainstay. Big shout out to Shaboozey. Big shout out to Empire. Empire is an independent label. They're not in the traditional major label system, so this is an independent success story as well. 1 second applause to Shaboozey and Empire. Number 7, Ordinary, Alex Warren. Number 8, my man Teddy Swims, Lose Control. Last week was number 6, peak position number 1, 86 weeks on the chart. Number 9, I'm the Problem, Ew, Yuck, Gross. Number 10, Beautiful Things, Benson Boone. Last week was 11, peak position number 2, 63 weeks on the chart. Number 11, Birds of a Feather, Billie Eilish. Number 12, Just In Case, Ew, Yuck, Gross. Number 13, APT, Rose and Bruno Mars. Last week was number 7, peak position number 3, 25 weeks on the chart. So this one dipped quite a bit. This one fell 6 spots this week. Number 14, Anxiety, Doechii. Last week, number 12, peak position number 10, 5 weeks on the chart. Big shout out to Doechii. Big shout out to Doechii. She's headlining, I think I saw 2 festivals that she's headlining. I think maybe a festival, and then I think it's a Women in Music conference. Point is, Doechii is booked and busy. Booked and busy. Big shout out to Doechii. 1 second applause. Number 15, That's So True, Gracie Abrams. Number 16, Not Like Us, Kendrick Lamar. Last week, number 15, peak position number 1. Weeks on the chart, 48, coming up on a year anniversary since its release as well. I wonder if this is going to get an additional bump with the tour coming up, but also with all the anniversaries around this battle. And, you know, I know everyone is working on their 1-year retrospective videos and pieces at this point in time. So I don't think that we're done seeing Not Like Us moving towards the top of the charts again, especially with baseball season. I mean, you know, in America too, we keep sports all year. There's all year with some kind of sports something, and Not Like Us is just an incredibly infectious, you know, rallying cry for all types of situations in life. But with the tour coming up with the anniversaries, I'll be on the lookout to see if that affects this track's chart position going forward. Number 17, Espresso, Sabrina Carpenter. Number 18, TV Off, Kendrick Lamar featuring Lefty Gunplay. Last week was 16. Peak position number 2, weeks on the chart. 1 second applause to TV Off. And 1 second applause to Not Like Us, because I forgot to do that one. Number 19, Love Somebody. Ew, yuck, gross. Number 20, I Had Some Help. Ew, yuck, gross, featuring Ew, yuck, gross. 21, Leon Thomas. Mutt, my man Leon Thomas. This one stayed flat from where it was last week. 21 weeks on the chart. Excuse me. Last week was 21. 10 weeks on the chart. I think this is a phenomenal R&B project all the way around. I'm rooting for Leon Thomas. I'm happy to see the success he's having. I'm looking forward to seeing whether this song rises in the charts next week, because I think this project really does have a lot of bops on it. Got a lot of slappers on that joint. And so make sure you check out Leon Thomas and Mutt when you get a chance. 1 second applause. 22, Messy, Lola Young. 23, Squabble Up. Squabble Up, Kendrick Lamar. Last week was number 23, so this one stayed flat this week. Peak position number 1, 20 weeks on the chart. Big shout out to Joey from Gotham Hip Hop. So when the Luther video dropped, there's circles all over it. The whole video is rounded. And, you know, the theory, the idea is that that represents, you know, community, completion, the yin and yang symbol, masculine, feminine, and how the two are necessary, right? Necessary together. And Joey pointed out how the Squabble Up video had squares. The same thing with Not Like Us video. If you look at the visuals on those videos, there's a lot of squares in them. And squares is sort of, you know, looking at the real world violence that's necessary to maintain or create stability is the metaphor around that. And so now you have a circle video, you've got a square video. The Super Bowl has circle, square, triangle, X on the field. And so the assumption is that we're going to get a peekaboo video, because the X during the Super Bowl is where they performed Peekaboo, right? And that song has allusions to XXXTentacion and Drake, and another song called Silent Hill off of Mr. Morale and the Big Steppers. And AZ Chike's on that song. He's been teasing that song or trolling around a video for that song online. So that would be the X video. Luther's the circle video. Squabble Up's the square video. What would the triangle video be in you all's opinion? I want you guys to know, which track from GNX do you think would represent the triangle? In my mind, my immediate reflex is Gloria. Gloria feels like a triangle. It's a love story about his pen. The triangle actually looks like the tip of a pen. Do you think we'll get a video for Gloria, and would that be a triangle-focused video? Or perhaps the triangle is the Super Bowl? What do you think about that? Away from just the symbolism that continues to flow out of Kendrick like a fountain full of water, I'm really excited about the concert that's coming up, the tour that's coming up. And so let me know if your thoughts, if you guys are going to be attending that show. I think all these songs on GNX are going to get a boost in the next 6 months. And then we run into Grammy season, where there's another boost right around the corner. So Kendrick's batting 1,000. Let me know what you guys think about all this, and let me know what you think about what would be the next triangle video. I personally would love a reincarnated video. If you're listening over there, PG Lang, reincarnated. But let me know what you guys think about this. 1 second, applause, Squabble Up. Number 24, Tate McRae, Sports Car. 25, 30 for 30, SZA with Kendrick Lamar. Last week was number 24, peak position 10, 16 weeks on the chart. 1 second, applause to SZA and Kendrick Lamar. 26, Timeless, The Weeknd featuring Playboi Carti. Last week, 26, peak position number 3, 28 weeks on the chart. 1 second, applause to The Weeknd and Playboi Carti. 27, Taste, Sabrina Carpenter. 28, Azizam, Ed Sheeran. Now this joint is a bop too. This is a bop too. Azizam, I believe that means it's a term of endearment for loved ones, if I'm not mistaken. I think this is in different Parisian cultures. I think that's what it means. I think it means, a term of endearment for romantic love or good friends, but it is a fun video. He is all over New York City, running around, dancing in bodegas. He's got clips that are taking places in other countries and things like that. There's a red balloon that's all over the place, and it is a certified pop hit, in my opinion. We'll see where this goes in the weeks to come, but this one's a brand new on the charts this week. Big shout out to Ed Sheeran. 1 second applause. 29, I Never Lie, Zach Top. 30, Stargazing, my man, Miles Smith. 1 second applause. Last week it was 32, so it's up 2 spots this week. Peak position was number 19, 47 weeks on the chart. 31, No One Noticed, The Marias. 32, I'm a Little Crazy, Ill, Yuck, Gross. 33, Dark Thoughts, Lil Tecca. 34, Carmel, Sleep Token. This is new on the charts. I haven't heard this yet. If you've heard it, let me know in the comment section if it's dope or nope. 35, Denial Is a River, Doechii. Last week it was 34, 21 weeks on the chart. Peak position number 14. 1 second applause to Doechii. 36, Sailor Song, Gigi Perez. 37, my man Teddy Swims again, Bad Dreams. Last week was 40s, up 3 spots this week, 19 weeks on the chart. Big Teddy Swims fan. If you haven't heard Teddy Swims, punch yourself in the face. 38, Lady Gaga, Abracadabra, down 5 spots. It was 33 last week. Peak position was 13. It's been on the charts for 10 weeks. 39, Good Luck, Babe, Chapel Road. 37 last week, so it's down 2 slots. Peak position was number 4, 52 weeks on the chart. Number 40, The Giver, Chapel Road. Last week was 29. It's at 40 this week. This one doesn't seem to be as sticky as what we've seen from Chapel Road in the past year and a half or so. Peak position was number 5. And it's been 4 weeks on the chart. 41, Twilight Zone, Ariana Grande. Last week was number 18, so this one dropped significantly too. Now, this was a re-release from Ariana Grande. The album was a re-release from Ariana Grande. It was number 1 last week. And so we'll see how sticky this song will be in the weeks to come. But, last week it was 18, and now it's at 41. 42, Worst Way, Riley Green. 43, Indigo, Sam Barber featuring Avery Anna. 44, Good News, Shaboozey. Good News, Shaboozey. That's a song for the times. That song really is for the times right now. With all the ills of the world illin' like crazy. We all really do just need some good news. Last week was 51, peak position 44. 20 weeks on the chart. 1 second applause to Shaboozey. 45, Wildflower, Billie Eilish. 46, Rather Lie, Playboy Carti, and The Weeknd. Now, this song, they've taken this song to radio. So this is one of the songs that has stood up from Playboy Carti's music project. It sort of raised its hand on its own. And so now it's getting radio play. Last week was 35. Peak position was number 4, 4 weeks on the chart. This is the first Playboy Carti song that we've heard on the charts so far. And with The Weeknd on this one as well, and we just saw Timeless with The Weeknd and Playboy Carti, they're kind of supporting each other. Playboy Carti's had incredible success with this project, particularly on the album charts. But after the first week, when all 30 songs debuted, you get through basically half the list before you find 4 weeks later, before you get to one song from that project. Now, I like this joint. I like the Playboy Carti album. It still holds me down in the gym. 1 second applause to Playboy Carti. 47, Sorry I'm Here for Someone Else, Benson Boone. 48, DTMF, Bad Bunny. Last week, 41, peak position number 2, 14 weeks on the chart. 1 second applause. 49, Cry For Me, The Weeknd. Last week was 52, 12 was its peak position, 10 weeks on the chart. 50, Chris Brown, Residuals. Last week, 49, peak position number 40, 31 weeks on the chart. 1 second applause. 51, BMF, SZA. Last week, 48, peak position 29, 16 weeks on the chart. SZA's run just keeps going, keeps continuing. I think she's gonna have an amazing explosion on the charts after this tour as well. Her project, SOS, has been on the charts. I think it's been in the top 10 longer than Michael Jackson's Thriller. She has tapped into a generation. And I think we're gonna look up one day, and we're gonna look back, and SZA is gonna be in rarefied air. Of any person, any successful R&B pop star in history. I think she's going to be competing with some very big names. Big shout out to SZA. 1 second applause. I actually hosted a SZA show one time. I don't even know if it was a SZA show. I think she was performing at a show. This was in Brooklyn in had to be 2011, 12, 10, something like that. And it was, oh my gosh. What was the name of that spot on the Lower East Side? It was at Drum. It was at Drum. I can't remember who threw the show. I remember I was hosting. I remember SZA performed. So that's the only time I've met SZA, I think. But to see her where she's taking it and taking it this far, 1 second applause again. 52, End of the World, Miley Cyrus. New entry this week. This is a pop song too. I gave it a listen today. Yeah, it's okay. 53, Me Halo, Fuerza, Rajida, and Grupo Frontera. Last week, 55, peak position 53, 8 weeks on the chart. 54, my man Bad Bunny, Baye, Inevitable. Last week was 57, 3 weeks on the chart, 3 was his peak position, 14 weeks on the chart. Big fan of this song, big fan of the music video, like I talk about quite a bit. This is one of the strongest projects I think that I've heard this year. And I think it's gonna be an award season favorite at the end of this year. So look out for it, get used to it, and give it a listen. 1 second applause to Bad Bunny. 55, Am I Okay, Megan Maroney. 56, Somebody Loves Me, Party Next Door, and Drake. So this is the second song from Some Sexy Songs for You that's still in the Hot 100. It looks like they're giving this one a little bit of push too. It's been maintaining, it's moving up a little bit. Last week was at 64, it's at 56 this week. Peak position is number 30, 8 weeks on the chart. And so this is the second song from Some Sexy Songs for You. Again, that album had 21 songs. We saw Nokia at its peak position right now. And this song is creeping up just a little bit too. We'll see. It's kind of been in the 50s the past couple of weeks. Again, its peak position has been number 30. Let me know if you're a fan of this and if you think this song should get a video. 57, Revolving Door, Tate McRae. 58, Ojos Tristes, Selena Gomez, Benny Blanco, and the Marias. Last week I asked if this album was any good because it slipped quite significantly from the week it debuted. It debuted at number 2. And last week I think it was at number 13 or something like that. And I think this is the first song that we've seen off of this project. And the feedback I got from you all was, people look at this as a forced love story album. Like this is an album that's just about Selena Gomez's and Benny Blanco's relationship. And it doesn't translate much more than that. If you agree with that sentiment, let me know in the comment section. But Ojos Tristes, Selena Gomez, Benny Blanco, and the Marias comes in at number 58. 59, Il Yuck Gross. 60, Dandelion, Ariana Grande. 61, Te Quiera Ver, Alaman x Nathan Vega. 62, Evil Jordan, Playboy Cardi. 1 second applause. Last week it was 50, peak position number 2, 4 weeks on the chart. 63, Weren't for the Win, Ella Langley. 64, Call Me When You Break Up, Selena Gomez, Benny Blanco, and Gracie Abrams. This is the second song from that project. 65, Loco, Nellen Vega. 66, Give Me a Hug, Drake. So last week was at number 62. This one drops a few spots to 66. 6 has been its peak position. And it's been on the chart for 8 weeks. So a lot of sixes in that one right there. As we all know, this is the diss track that's on Some Sexy Songs for You. 67, Peekaboo, stays flat from where it was last week. Kendrick Lamar featuring AZ Chike. 13 was his peak position, 20 weeks on the chart. 1 second applause. Again, there's anticipation around the video for this song too. So that's something else to look out for. Also check out AZ Chike. He just signed a deal with Warner Records. Fantastic artist on his own. So 1 second applause to AZ Chike. 68, new entry, Chris Payne, I Love, Malcolm Todd. Not familiar with this song? If this is dope, let me know in the comment section. 69, Hard Fought Hallelujah, Brandon Lake. 70, Back to Friends, Somber. 71, Die Tryin', Party Next Door, Drake and Yebba. So this is the 4th song from Some Sexy Songs for You. Last week it was 66, it's down 5 spots. 21 was his peak position, 8 weeks on the chart. 72, Busy Woman, Sabrina Carpenter. 73, Heart of a Woman, Summer Walker. 1 second applause. 74, Something About a Woman, Thomas Rhett featuring Teddy Swims. 75, EOO, Bad Bunny, flat from last week. Peak position was 24, 12 weeks on the chart. 76, Like Him, Tyler the Creator featuring Lola Young. Like Him, still doing his thing on the charts. Last week was 74, 29 was his peak position, 24 weeks on the chart. Tyler's Chromacopia, I think, is another album to look out for during award season this coming year. It's still being received incredibly well. And Tyler still continues to keep elevating every time he puts out. I think this is his best work. I think Flower Boy and Call Me When You Get Lost, I think those two are his best works, but Igor and this one aren't far behind either. Let me know what you think about Tyler's Chromacopia. We are now in April of 2025. Are you still listening to us? 1 second applause to Tyler the Creator. 77, no poll. Don Toliver still doing his thing. Up 1 spot, 78 last week. Peak position 66, 23 weeks on the chart. 1 second applause to Don Toliver. 78, Friends Like That, Jordan Morgan featuring Jason Aldean. 79, Love Me Not, Rain Lene. 80, Holy Smokes, Bailey Zimmerman. Bailey Zimmerman is who BIGXThaPlug collaborated with, and they showed up at number 4 this week on the chart, so 1 second applause to Bailey Zimmerman. 81, Texas, Blake Shelton. 82, Are You Even Real, Teddy Swims and Giveon. Last week was number 85, peak position 59, 9 weeks on the chart. Number 83, Morena by Netin Vega and Peso Pluma. Last week was 93, up to 83 this week, peak position. 2 weeks on the chart, is moving in the right direction. Big shout out to Netin Vega and Peso Pluma. 84, Feel It, David. 85, K Pasaria, Rao Alejandro and Bad Bunny. 86, Back to Me, The Marias. 87, Fix What You Didn't Break, Nate Smith. 88, Emergence, Sleep Token, Re-Entry. 89, Intro, End of the World, Ariana Grande. Last week was number 42, 38 since peak position, 4 weeks on the chart. 90, Nueva Y'all, Bad Bunny, number 82. Last week, peak position number 8, 14 weeks on the chart, so this one dropped 8 spots this week. 91, Hometown Home, Low Cash. 92, the largest BIGXThaPlug, back in the Hot 100. 1 second applause. Love BIGXThaPlug. Love BIGXThaPlug. I don't have it. I can't say that enough. I really can't say that enough. And I think he's going to have a bright future ahead of himself. Last week, it was not on the chart. Its peak position was number 71. It's been on the charts for 12 weeks. And now it's accompanying his biggest single ever, which he landed at number 4 on the charts this week. So 1 second applause to BIGXThaPlug. 93, Headlock, Emoji Heap. 94, Tito Double P, Tattoo. 95, Backseat Driver, Kane Brown. I like Kane Brown. 1 second applause to Kane Brown. That's a re-entry there. 96, Undressed by Somber. 97, Little Things, LMA, still on the charts, up 1 spot from last week. Peak position is number 81. It's been on the charts for 6 weeks. 1 second applause to LMA. 98, Por Esos Ojos, Fuerza Regida. 99, Haunted, Kane Brown with Jelly Roll. And number 100, Key, Raw Alejandro, and Romeo Santos. So that is the Billboard Hot 100 this week. Biggest winner of the week to me. Kendrick Lamar Luther, 8 weeks straight, sitting at the top of the charts. But also BIGXThaPlug with All the Way, featuring Bailey Zimmerman, debuted this week at number 4. I'm gonna keep an eye out on that to see what it looks like in the weeks to come. Now, the Billboard 200, which we always take a look at as well. Billboard 200, sitting at the top of the Billboard 200 this week. Playboi Carti, I Am Music, it was number 2 last week. Peak position number 1, 4 weeks on the chart, so it dethroned Ariana Grande's Eternal Sunshine reissue. So Playboi Carti's back on top. Big shout out to Playboi Carti. 1 second applause. Number 2, Eternal Sunshine, Ariana Grande. Number 3, Some Sexy Songs for You, Party Next Door and Drake. Number 5 last week, peak position number 1, 8 weeks on the chart. So it's creeping back up too. And I think this has a lot to do with the success that Nokia is having as well in terms of driving this album overall in this direction on the charts. Number 4, SOS SZA. Last week was number 6, peak position number 1, 122 weeks on the chart. This has been on the chart for over 2 years. Over 2 years. This is the top 10. One second applause to SZA's history-making project, SOS. Number 5, GNX, Kendrick Lamar. Last week was number 4, peak position number 1, 20 weeks on the chart. One second applause to Kendrick Lamar. Number 6, Short and Sweet, Sabrina Carpenter. Number 7, Ew Yuck Gross. Number 8, Debbie Tiara Mas Photos, Bad Bunny, fantastic project. One second applause. Number 9, new entrant, Who Believes in Angels, Elton John and Brandy Carlisle. Number 10, new entrant, Preacher's Daughter, Ethel Cain. One second applause to both those two artists and projects. Number 11, So Close to What, Tate McRae. This one debuted at number 1 week. Now is at number 11, 7 weeks on the chart. 12, Mayhem, Lady Gaga. 13, Rise and Fall of a Midwest Princess, Chaperone, flat from last week. 14, Hit Me Hard and Soft, Billie Eilish. 15, Dangerous to Double album, Ew Yuck Gross. It's number 16, Tortured Poets Department, Taylor Swift. 17, Deep Thoughts, Lil Durk. Last week, number 3, 2 weeks on the chart. This week is 17. This one's not sticking. This one's fallen tremendously since its debut week. Now, Lil Durk is under a number of challenges. He is currently in custody under murder for hire charges. And this was a project people were really looking forward to. Even before he got arrested, I'd say that as well. He was in the middle of making a shift. I think he converted to Islam or committed his life to Islam. You know, he was given the key to his city, and all that came crashing down. I think this album will have more legs than where it's currently positioned on the Billboard 200. But last week was number 3, and this week's number 17. One second applause to Lil Durk. Number 18, I Said I Love You First, Selena Gomez and Benny Blanco. Last week it was 12. Peak position was number 2. So every week this just keeps dropping. It dropped 10 spots the first week, and now it's dropped another 6 spots this week. So maybe it's just sort of a pop star manufactured project as you guys have described in the comment section here. Number 19, Stick Season, Noah Kahan. And number 20, You'll Be All Right, Kid, Chapter 1, Alex Warren. Now, that's this week's Billboard Hot 200. We'll see what the future holds in the week to come. There's a couple of tracks I'm looking out for. Jid announced that he'll have a song out this weekend. That would be interesting to see. Billy Woods has a new song out right now. I think it's the number 2 track on Apple Music's latest music. So check out the new Billy Woods. Next week, I think we can expect Kendrick Lamar's Luther to be back on top. We'll see the bump that comes from this music video. But there's Drake right there. So this rap battle of the century, this greatest rap battle in hip hop history, this Shakespearean shakedown continues now on the charts between the 2 biggest artists of the millennial generation. Who you got? And let me know if you think that Drake can take the number 1 spot with Nokia at any point in time. My name is Justin Hunt. Like and subscribe to the channel. Follow the Company Man on everything. Follow the Justin Hunt podcast wherever you listen to podcasts. It's all happening.
Justin Hunt is here, it's all happening. Justin Hunt is here, it's all happening. The mathematical breakdown of this mighty game of rap we in. It's boom happening. Systematical culture views us radical, it's all happening. Shaking hands and dapping it. Life through the lens of hip hop, from trip hop to yes, y'all, you don't stop, you don't stop. Justin Hunt is here, it's all happening. It's all happening, yes, it's all happening. Justin Hunt is here, it's all happening. It's all happening, yes, it's all happening.